Hello friends, my name is Shantha and welcome to Wednesdays with Shantha. Today we are excited to bring you deep dive into the Bharatanatyam book chapters with the actual dances for each topic. I am joined by my co-host Dr. Suryakala who will be in discussion with Ram on each of these topics. Please enjoy this episode. Over to you Dr. Suryakala and Ram for this episode.
Hi viewers, Namaskaram to all. Today I wanted to request Ram to be here, and then I am going to ask some few questions which always in my mind I wanted to ask. And before that I wanted to say thanks to Shantha for doing a wonderful job. Since you are not here today, so I am taking your seat and then I am going to ask few questions with Ram. Hello Ram. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Thank you, Ji. Oh, it's a role reversal.
Yes.
Okay. Fire away.
Yeah, I'm all these days, I'm really surprised and overwhelmed by seeing your book. Every day I'm just, for some reference, I'm quoting your book. So that is the great thing. And the other thing I wanted to ask, I know by profession you have so many degrees and so many professions with you. How come you got interested in dance?
So, I think very interesting that we went back about 7 years from now. 7 years from, if I wind the clock back, that was 2017. We started actually traveling within India.
Okay.
Stopped at a lot of temples, and what really attracted me was the monuments which had sculptures, and they were like poetry in stone. Out of the 17 or 18 big temples which I visited in Tamil Nadu and one or two in Trivandrum and a couple of places, what struck most was the poses of those apsaras, I would call them, were in some unbelievable positions of what they basically have as postures. And I tried to relate it back and it came back to Bharatanatyam. So here we are.
Okay, the thing is, shall we dance? It has a great concept, because even though the Natyas are the students, when I'm teaching for so many years, I used to tell them study Natya Sastra, study Silapadikaram, study this Kutanu, Tolkappiyam. So once I was just studying, after I came to Canada, I got interested more in the literature and all. So I was just reading and Natya Sastra, living for so many years, and this research, this never end research. But one point I really liked it, you connected with the planet. That was something amazing. How come you gotten interested to do that? Okay, not sculpture and all, I understand. It's all related with dance. So how come that is
that's
connected?
A very interesting question. So in the earlier book that we wrote, that was on Pallavas of Kanchipuram, which we have a copy with you. So there is a very dear friend of ours. He's called Dr. Rajvedam. He is a computer scientist and he runs an organization along with a couple more intellectuals. It's called IHAR, Indian Heritage and Culture. And he suddenly hooked on something relating to the planetary positions and some particular big stories, like we spoke about the Daksha having 27 daughters and Moon being favorable only to Rohini.
Yeah.
And when we went back into trying to find out the Vedic astronomy that I used for a bit of research, it just went into a spin. And then during my visit to Geneva, I could actually see a 6-foot tall Nataraja at the Institute of Particle Physics.
Oh.
So there was a physics part, there was an astronomy part, and then I started finding more about it, and then there was the Nataraja iconography, then there is a part of Chidambaram connected to it. So one to the other, it's like getting into the internet.
So that's why that made you do it. So it's very interesting, because I also, after that, after reading to your book, I started reading some astrology books, and which is where I found it's connected with yoga and astrology. Then you have connected with yoga and dance, the Karanas, to see, and some lines which you have quoted, mentioned there, that is also connected with one of Shiva, Lord Shiva's karanas, out of 108 karanas, because how it's the leg movement and the high hand movements and everything, it's connected with those lines. It's then only truly amazed. And then the other thing, you also promoting the young by introducing an app. It's not only useful for the kids or anybody, even anyone who is like you are not interested, your field is completely different. I don't know whether you can even do an atami or one tattadavu, nothing. Nothing.
I have to start learning from you now.
But the amount of research you have done was phenomenal, I will say. And then this is also will make the other people, many of them, they can also use this app to get the knowledge of Bharatanatyam. And then that is one of the things, how much we are rich in culture. We have to be very proud saying, oh, we have so much of culture in it. So how do you feel that so far you must have met so many Bharatanatyam teachers and gurus and all around the world. So what is the response from them? So for me, keep aside the others.
Yeah. You are a part of dance. So interesting that you brought that point. Actually, I must pay my first respects to the book writing coach whom I was introduced accidentally. Her name is Ruth Salinger.
Okay.
She's based out of Atlanta. And interestingly, she was the keynote speaker, if you like, for the book launch that we did in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
And one of your disciples, Dilani, she was gracious to actually do most of the talking and explaining for that particular book launch. So the Western audience are always intrigued to learn about India. And then I actually presented a few of the copies to my colleagues who are white Americans. Mm-hmm. The response was like, oh my God. Two of them ladies, they said, Ram, I simply love the color.
Oh.
Like you said, costumes. So responses, now they are interested in learning, reading. Some of them call back and say, because we do weekly 2 podcasts. Okay. One is an audio podcast which Shantha does on Sundays. And the other one, she said, Ram, let's call it Wednesdays with Shantha. So she actually devoted about 27 episodes, videos that we did.
Okay.
That gets more interest. And there's one very dear colleague and friend of mine based out of Boston. Mm-hmm. She's a white American called Jen Gannon. Jen, if you're listening. Okay. And that's the kind of response we have been getting. So the diaspora has actually been a good base, but then it then starts getting into more Western audience, if you like.
Okay. So this is so interesting. I really overwhelmed by, listening to your experience and all. So with me, what happened was, so I was just explaining this book to my son's friends and all. They're all white people, white Canadians. They are very young, 24 years boys, means what more you can expect them. But then their parents were so interested and they went to India for a tour. Then they were asking me, okay, you are from India and you know the places to where to visit and all. So they said, in your tourist that visiting bucket, what are the places? They said, we want to go to Taj Mahal. And I said, yeah, you go to Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, and Jaipur, everywhere. But why don't you make a visit to Tanjai Brigadishwara also? Then they said, okay, but we have a time, but okay, we'll keep 1 day sitting there. I said, 1 day is not enough. At least 2 days you keep a visit to South India. So from Delhi, they went to Chennai, and then from there, the Tanjavur. So I gave them the tour plan. Once when you get to Tanjai, you go to Madurai first. From Chennai, you go to Madurai, then Meenakshi Amman temple. That part you can come back to Chennai by road itself. So they said they are happy. Once when they went and came, you know what they said? They said, we went to India to see the world wonder, that is Taj Mahal. But we will say, India itself a world wonder. So I was just really goosebumps, the way they were telling. They said, it's not enough, just 2 days is nothing. Even to see Tanjai Brigadishwara, I need 3 days.
Correct.
Then Chidambaram, they said it was so brisk and the sun was not, the children were they were so with hot and everything. Then again that couple, by their own. They went to India, and now because of these small things, Indian, first to see Indian temples and culture and art, it's becoming so famous. So it was so unbelievable. So tourism. So like in a part, we are doing a service not only to the art and culture, so giving a awareness for the people who are living in abroad.
Oh, that is true. Absolutely.
So that is all because in your part you are doing an amazing part. The writing and publishing book is not easy. It will take years of dedication, hard work and research. So wish you all the best. So very soon I expect Shall We Dance Part 2.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. In fact, interesting that you said.
Okay.
So we'll collaborate to do something which can be the practical part done through.
Okay.
Your...
So what is another question? What is so you have launched an app which is going to be useful for many hundreds and millions. I don't know. It should reach so many people. And what is your next thing?
So
on progress.
On progress. So actually what happened is Ruth Salinger, when we actually came out with the book, she said, Ram, I think this deserves to be an app. And here we are. We have an app.
Okay.
So we are bringing out one particular book which we thought we owe to the Bharatanatyam practitioners.
Okay.
So we're doing something called the handbook for Bharatanatyam practitioners.
Okay.
So all the adavus that you did, all the part of contributions that you have helped me with the last 2 years, plus a lot of the other gurus who have contributed. We will put them into a smaller, crisp digital version because print book. I know you're also complaining that you didn't want to carry the book because
I know.
it's about 3 kilos or 6 pounds in the.
I know.
So a digital version may possibly be a bit more. And like your father said, world will be in your pocket.
I know.
So that's the next.
Okay. So thank you so much for being here and including me and my students also a part of Shall We Dance. We are always there and we are always ready to help you in any ways. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best for your progressing, your path of art and culture.
Not without your help and gurus.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next Mukkaya. Ready? Hit, hit, hit. Ready? Hit, 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 hit. Ready? 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 Hit, hit, go. Ready? Hit, hit, hit. Ready? Ready? Hit, hit, go. Ready? 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 Hit, hit, hit. Ready? Hit, hit, go. Ready? Ready? Hit, hit, hit. Ready? Ready? And you can do third speed too. I'm going to demonstrate Mukkaya 3. I'm going to explain what Chaturashra in Tattumatu is. So you do is sit in Nalamandi, stamp, toe, toe, stamp. And there's the right side and left side. So it's ta, ni, ta, 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 ni. And now we do the last side, so it's ta, ta, ni,
Hope all of you enjoyed this chapters of Wednesdays with Shantha. Until next week, please take care and have a great day.